Good morning, traders. Welcome to another live trading webinar. I hope, Anil, you managed to make your coffee. Good morning, Carlos, Evogiol. Selling DAX, awesome. Well, we'll check DAX in a while. So let's just give it a few more seconds. Some people, they're trying to connect. So, as usual, this content is for general information and there is no intention to provide any trading or investment advice or any personal recommendation. Please make sure you listen to your weekly podcast. And also, if you haven't downloaded the mobile application of Admirals, please download it. In regards to the news, there are not really many major news today. It's only in China, balance of trade came out much more bullish than the forecast. That's a strong indication of strength in the Chinese yuan. If we move on to the premium analytic, we have only a couple of headlines today, like major news, and that's coming from the Fed. Banks tighten standards in first quarter and expected trend to continue. Fed survey finds, and the last one, Fed's Goolsbee said he feels vibes that a credit squeeze is coming. Well, and as usual, I'm sure most of you already follow us on the Instagram. I'll just quickly share the link as we don't spend time to read news because we don't have news, of course. And the Telegram, guys, as I mentioned many times, please make sure you keep an eye on the channel. Now, let's bring the MetaTrader platform. MT5. All righty. So we start with the pound US dollar. Market made a higher high, as we can see here. Yesterday, a shooting star reversal candle line printed at this area. We do expect the market to retrace, to come back to the moving averages, to come back to this trend line support, to this horizontal support. Also, if you observe the indicators, that's the RSI, we have some continuously bearish divergence or negative divergence, and that's an indication of the lack of momentum in this market. Rumen, good morning. So, guys, from the Zoom, do you all have a clear sound? Because I didn't see any check today, just to make sure. Does everyone can watch and listen clearly? So I'm still bullish on this one, but not for intraday trading, of course, because when we do intraday trading, we consider the previous day's candle as a way to identify the direction. Because imagine if you are trading on the 5-minute chart, on the 1-minute chart, it's pretty much scalping, right? And when you have this reversal candle on the daily chart, if you go to the 5-minute chart, most likely you could see lower lows and lower highs. But again, here we make a new high, and that's good because the overall trend is up. So if we're going to find some retracement, we can buy it. But remember, there is a disagreement between the intraday charts and the previous day candle. Euro US dollar, I'm still bullish on this one. I'm still holding the trade. Any double bottoms on the 4-hour charts or some bullish engulfing candles and can be used for buys. Australian dollar, US dollar, we reached this resistance. The market just stopped. It didn't push higher. On the 4-hour chart, if we will see a double bottom or we can see trends on the 4-hour chart. We have this trend line. Oh my God, I don't know what's happening with MetaTrader today. Jeez. Anyway, on the 4-hour chart, we have this upward trend line. Here are the two touches, so we can draw the line. And this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, make this trend line a tentative trend line. So any bounce from this trend line can be used for some long positions, of course. If you are a 4-hour chart trader, now am I trading this move to the downside from this area? Usually no. But a double top here, if the price will come for another attempt and make a double top here, then can indicate some strong sellers' intention. So we can look to aggressively sell it up to this point. Question from Rumen, Theo, where do we have a break of structure, pound US dollar? If 1.25500 becomes resistant, guys, let's go back to the pound dollar. Rumen asked about the 125,500. Yes, definitely. We're going to have for a daily chart, that's spot on, Rumen. Break of structure will come on the daily chart if the price penetrates decisively this low point at the 1.25. Sorry, you said 125,500. That's 124. Oh, that's much higher. No, we're not going to have break of structure, Rumen, at this point. Rumen asked if we're going to have a break of structure on the daily chart if the price breaks below this point here. That's the 1.2550. And the answer is no, because that's not a swing in the market. The swing in the market, it's this one here. When we break below this one, then we have a break of structure. And as you can see, it's a fairly bit of distance. That's the reason on the daily chart and the 4-hour charts, usually we look at price action. We can trade exactly, Anil, it's miles away. We can trade the price action simply because the moves are much larger and the price action, it takes some time to develop on this higher time frame, and it gives us the ability to observe the many markets because we don't flip to any other time frames that requires too much of detail. Let's move on. Kiwi or New Zealand against the dollar. Yesterday, we broke and closed strongly above this area of resistance. So we do expect the market to come and retest this new resistance. If we move to the 4-hour chart, now for some aggressive buyers, and if you want to capitalize on the move, let's say we have 17, 16 pips. If we have a buy stop here, a stop loss there, it's about 17. That's a nice 2-to-1 trade, so I will take it. I press trading at the area I want to create a buy stop order, right click, trading, buy stop, and I will modify it to the 20. Pretty much it's 17 pips. So the take profit, it will be double the distance until this resistance. So that's the move for this market. That's the room the price can move until the next area of resistance. And I see retracement. We are back to the moving averages. I will play this price action doji from this 9 moving average, and hopefully it's gonna push higher and reach target. So if this in the next 4-hour bars is not gonna be play out, it's not gonna get me in the trade, I will definitely cancel the order. This is a 4-hour chart. When we trade 4-hour charts, price action on the 4-hour chart, if the next candle doesn't get us in the trade, then I usually cancel the orders. USD, JPY, as we commented from the last few sessions, this shows strong weakness as a higher high in price and 100% retrace of the move. It's not a characteristic of any healthy trend. Now, I'm on the sidelines. I don't have any bias. I don't know if this is going to develop as a head and shoulder reversal, if it's going to be break of this neckline, will help us to move to the short side. USD Canadian dollar, that's a nice double bottom, very nice double bottom. Let me walk you through. Market came all the way here. It didn't really touch on the lowest point, but we identified there is a zone. All the sellers the last 2 days, they've been very aggressive, and they sold so much this market. Price then came to retest this area of support. The momentum is lagging. We can see the MACD registering higher lows with the price making equal lows. Also the RSI higher lows, both of them, they show bullish divergences. From a strong area of support, it can be used as a good buy stop above the high of the previous candle trade, and that's what I will do now. I want the stop loss to be below this low point, and my profit target to be somewhere 1.5 to 1. And I will explain you why. The 1.5 to 1. Somewhere here. Now, that was a swing in the market. Let's delete this one. It's not valid anymore. So this swing here, guys, can be used as an inside resistance in an attempt of the price to move higher. So at this point, I would like to get out of the trade if I will get triggered here. And next, Euro JPY. Sorry, guys, I haven't looked at the charts. Good morning, Larry. And Neil said pound US dollar on course to 127.50. Yes. Roman said thanks. I was considering 4 hour. Larry said I tried trading BTC USD and BTC Euro yesterday. I got one position closing allowed when tried to buy. Do you know what that means? Not really sure, Larry, what that means. Sorry. Pound Euro, sorry, Euro JPY. This is also an early stage of a possible head and shoulder pattern. If we're going to break below this neckline, that will be a nice head and shoulder actually, because this trend line is pointing nicely upwards. We came somewhere at this area and we get rejected. If we're going to close below this 147.20, or we can round it down. If we close below the 147.000, we can have a nice head and shoulder pattern. We will be waiting for a retracement to trade it to the short side. Weakness also yesterday, it showed on the pound JPY. Australian dollar JPY at this area of resistance. On the weekly chart, we have this high, and this high. We have a horizontal resistance. We have a downtrend line resistance. We can maybe see some weakness, but on the daily chart now, it becomes a bit messy. So no clarity, it means no trading. On the weekly chart now, the Kiwi against the Japanese yen, it's at this resistance. Trying on the daily, we see a breakout yesterday above this area of resistance. So we don't know if this is going to be a false breakout or if it's going to come up to the middle, let's say, retest and bounce upward. CHF, JPY. I'm on this buy limit order, didn't get filled yet. Yesterday didn't. Today maybe I'm gonna get filled. Looks like. Let's see if this is gonna work out. The stop loss is below here, and the take profit or the target, it's up there. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen also, it's a bit sideways. No clarity on that one. Euro CAD, very nice to the downside. However, remember guys, we see a strong bearish candles. Yesterday, we didn't see that much of activity. It means that sellers maybe are trying to take some profits somewhere in this area. I would like to scroll down to the 4-hour chart, find if the price is going to come around this area down here. I will definitely look to buy it in the short term and target this inside resistance because that's a strong support here. So on the 4-hour chart, I would like to place a buy limit order with my stop loss to be around 35 or 40 pips. Let me figure it out now. My stop loss, I would like it to be somewhere below these recent low points, and the target to be somewhere here on this swing. So target above here. So that's another pending order settle. Euro CHF, it is in a downtrend, so we can look on the 4-hour chart for some retracement to sell it. Euro New Zealand, nicely, we broke below this support area. Also, we broke below this tentative upward trend line. We're going to start looking for shorts. The next area of support, it's this one here. This is not valid anymore. Another area of support becomes this one here. So Euro pound, yesterday I placed a buy stop order above the close of this daily candle, but really I was hoping for a false break to the downside and a bullish engulfing. It didn't happen. Anyhow, I have a stop loss here. We see what it's going to happen. If it takes my stop loss, I'm going to reverse to bearish bias. And I really like the breakout of this area of long consolidation. And because that was a bit intense sideways move, a break to the downside, it can lead the price to test this lower area. So let's see what's going to happen. Pound Australian dollar. Guys, bear with me. I will stop the camera. Just give me 1 minute. I will be back. Excuse me for that. Okay, guys, so let's get ready for the DAX. Let's go to the DAX. So DAX 40, someone was selling the DAX 40 this morning, right? I think Anil, the market toilet break. The market gonna open in 5 minutes. Yep. So daily chart, yesterday we had a nice, very nice stop at the top for our chart. It's bearish. I'm going to try to use the 1 minute chart. Maybe we can catch up some better swings here. So a buy stop here. And what time is it? Still 2 minutes for the market to open. So first buy stop order is here. Ideally, I would like to see a pullback. Fluorine, I'm selling for a while, but keeping going up on daily. Which currency, also which instrument are you selling? Now, the best setup, guys, just to learn is if we see this 1 minute candle to push a bit higher to create this swing, we have very nice low point here. So if we're going to see this candle to push a bit higher, we can place a sell stop order below this doji candle. So okay, I like what I see. Up, we got triggered to the upside. Let's see if the market is going to give us 10 points. Or if it's going to end up being a false breakout. 10 points, it's somewhere here. Somewhere there. If the market is going to come below this low point here, guys, I will get out of the trade. Short on FTSE, 10 pips. Well done. Is DAX and US 30 the same? MOS, if DAX and US 30 the same? No, they are not the same. DAX refers to the German companies in the German stock exchange, and US 30 refers to the 30 companies in the US, of course. So let's see what's going to happen here. The Dow Jones 30 is the US 30 gill. Bitcoin, yesterday it came to this bottom. We see what's going to happen next. Looks like it doesn't want to move higher, huh? Let's see this 1 minute candle, what it's going to do. Check the gold, of course. 5 minute, 1 minute, the gold put a nice bearish engulfing there on the 1 minute chart. That could be also, guys, from next time I will try to switch also to the gold. So we can trade both. Any currency pairs you would like to see analysis? Let me know, please. I like this 30-minute chart on the pound Canadian dollar. We are at this strong support. 30-minute chart made a nice higher high. Out of this triangle pattern, we made a nice higher high here. So I will be looking for some bullishness in this one. Let's see the DAX. DAX on daily. Ah, you're selling. Okay. On DAX lower open than yesterday. Okay. It's really fighting for a bit higher prices. We don't know if it's going to come. Guys, we already went to 7 pips. As you know, my target usually is 10 points, 10 pips. So my target ideally will be here. Feel free to monitor the trade the way you think it's appropriate for your personality. If you think that's enough profit for you, you can judge accordingly. It doesn't mean, and nobody is obligated to follow exactly the trades I take. Okay. Theo Rumen asked if I'm monitoring FX 12 hours a day. The answer is absolutely not. I don't monitor the markets 12 hours a day. I do my analysis. I place the order. Of course, after we finish, I keep looking a bit more the markets for some setups, but it's not that I'm in front of the markets 24/7. No. I do have other obligations at Admirals. As you know, I'm writing the courses. We are also preparing some very interesting stuff in terms of materials and all this. Guys, it looks like it's going to take me out of the trade. So I'm ready to close here, John. I took a loss in this one. I don't know if you guys went long here and you managed to take some profits. I didn't. So that's it. Now, of course, the DAX on the daily chart and on the 4-hour chart and all the time frames are for sale. As you know, we play the London Open with a breakout strategy, and that's our rule. Anil said, took 15 points on the DAX, done for the day. Well done. Congratulations, and to every one of you. Florine, I took DAX for 3 points, $12 profit. Well done. Awesome. All right, guys, again, thank you so much for your participation. If you really find this content valuable, make sure you like the YouTube videos we do. You can leave your comments. And I look forward to see you again tomorrow at the same time. In the meantime, I wish you happy trading. Bye for now.